Hey, welcome back. It's been a bit. I survived my surgery, so we're all good. Recovery was a nightmare, but hey, I'm alive. So this is the ViewSonic A90. It's a pretty basic run-of-the-mill Shadow Mask CRT. The specs are pretty interesting though, and it really looks stunning. I got this monitor very, very early into my CRT obsession hobby mental illness, and it was my first PC CRT to be actually like significant, because before this, the best PC CRT that I had was like an E-Waste Princeton EO40. Oh god, it was bad. It was really bad. But hey, humble beginnings. I loved it when I first got it, so that one also holds a special place in my heart. But this monitor, oh, she's stunning. So the guy that I got it from said that he barely used it, and I 100% believe him. Just looking at the condition of the physical shell, you can tell that it wasn't really used much. It wasn't even really in the sun that much too, because it has not yellowed almost at all. And it has some of the best geometry I have ever seen on a CRT, just period. But, of course, let's talk about those specifications. Alright, now while I'm getting into this, depending on the type of ViewSonic A90 you own, these specs might not match what you are familiar with. And that's because of a really fun thing that ViewSonic did, where they would redo certain models of monitors and not change the name. Really, really cool behavior, guys. Thank you very much for that. So there is a 100% realistic chance that you could have a ViewSonic A90 with an 86 kilohertz frequency rather than mine, which is 96 kilohertz. I do not know why they decided to do this instead of just making, hey, a new name for your monitor. They did that sometimes. There's an A90F because it has a flat tube, but anyways, pretty nice specs for a 19-inch tube. 30 kilohertz to 96, vertical frequency of 48 hertz to 180 hertz, which is higher than average. Usually it's like 160. 180 megahertz bandwidth, pretty typical, but also for a 19-inch tube, once again, not bad at all. 19 inches, it's 18-inch viewable. And of course, because it's not an aperture grill and it is 19 inches, it's only 46 pounds or 21 kilograms, so it's not bad at all to carry around. And we've got a tethered VGA cable, so there's no female VGA port. Very, very typical to have on monitors such as these. Another quick thing I want to highlight with the specifications is the OSD. So as you likely noticed before, the OSD is just comprised of 4 buttons. Button 1 acts as the OSD button, button 2 acts as a select, and then the up and down arrows are up and down arrows. I honestly don't hate this OSD. It's not that bad, honestly. When selecting a setting, you can rotate between, for example, H size and position by pressing 2 and just adjust from there. It does have intricate little adjustments, so you get very, very precise adjustments on this, which is pretty nice. And you get a decent amount of geometry settings, to be honest. You got pin cushion, trapezoid parallel, top bottom hook, HV focus, and tilt. Now the focus is really interesting. It's not like the flyback focus adjustment, but it's like its own thing. I don't know if it's like a dynamic focus type thing. I did actually notice while doing this on the recording an improvement when I lowered the horizontal focus, which was really weird. It's very, very minute and hard to see, but it's better than before, so that's cool. It's not convergence. It's just its own weird thing. Very interesting stuff. The degauss is pretty nice. More adjustment, input level, which kind of just adjusts the brightness based on the signal that you're getting. You know, the view match color leaves a lot to be desired, but I mean, it's kind of just to be expected on a monitor like this. If memory serves, I think you get more color adjustments inside the set. I did calibrate a few years back using just the OSD, and I was able to get pretty decent delta E's, all things considered. And I mean, the monitor is new enough where I don't really think it needs to be adjusted any furthermore. It looks good. You can also adjust the OSD position, which is a very welcome addition. I like having that on an OSD, especially for color calibration when you have that thing pulled up while your colorimeter's on screen. It just makes it easier. The view meter lets you see the horizontal and vertical frequencies of your current signal, and the memory recall resets every single thing on the monitor. So I'm not gonna hit that. You know, for a monitor that's 19 inches and just like a basic ViewSonic, it's a pretty nice OSD. I like it a lot. Now, we're gonna quickly move on to the internals. It's not gonna be a crazy big thing. There's really not much that needs to be explored within this. It's a very basic set, but we'll go over it briefly. Here we go. First things first with the inside of the monitor, taking it apart is easy My only annoyance is that it's once again one of those monitors that you have to remove the stand for in order to open the actual shell. It sucks. I don't like working on CRTs like that, but it is what it is. First thing I'm going to show is the tube sticker. It is a Samsung tube, and what I can only assume is a low-hour Samsung tube, so it looks very nice. For some reason, I always thought it was a Chunghwa tube. Got a pretty decently sophisticated yoke going on. And besides that, I'll just give you some B-roll of the inside of the set, just so you can see what it looks like. Alright, well, there's nothing else to really talk about with this monitor, so you know what time it is.